State lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are hoping to take an outdated law off the books.
Yeah, it keeps public school teachers from wearing any religious clothing or symbols in the classroom. Fox 43's Marshall Keeley explains the law's discriminatory past and the impact it's still having today.
A little-known Pennsylvania law with bigoted roots is on the chopping block again. It says teachers cannot wear any religious clothing in state schools. In 1894, several nuns were hired to teach at a public school in Cambria County during a time when anti-Catholic sentiment was prevalent.
A couple Protestant parents complained and tried to have the nuns fired.
The Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned the firings, but determined to keep the nuns out, the General Assembly passed the garb law the following year.
Because of the way they wrote it, they thought it only applied to nuns. But it turns out that there were other people in Pennsylvania, then and now, who wear religiously distinctive clothing.
In 1908, a Mennonite teacher was fired from her job teaching in this Lancaster County school for wearing a head covering. She tried to fight the decision, but the state Superior Court upheld the law. Nearly a century later, the law would be tested again in 2003. This time by a teacher in western Pennsylvania.
That individual was suspended for wearing a cross, and she challenged the law.
A federal court sided with the teacher, ruling the law is likely unconstitutional and goes against the free exercise clause of the First Amendment, while more than 24 states passed similar laws copying Pennsylvania's.
As of 2017, every other state in the nation has erased this law.
Republican State Senator Kristen Phillips Hill is part of a bipartisan effort to remove the law. Teachers unions tell Fox 43 it hasn't been enforced in decades, but the garb ban could still be keeping teachers from different religions out of the classroom. A practicing Muslim, cyber school teacher Miriam Tayoun has worn a hijab head covering since she was a teenager. At first, she thought the law would keep her from becoming a teacher.
When I got to college, I didn't major in education, even though I wanted to be an educator since I was 7.
Despite the law, Tayoun's instructors at Shippensburg University reassured her of her First Amendment rights.
It was the first time I felt really American, honestly. I was like, okay, I'm accepted. And I get to not only follow my religion, but also follow my dreams.
Former federal judge John E. Jones says the antiquated law shouldn't stand.
It's timely for them to do this before a court has to do the work for them.
It's time once and for all we remove it from our books.
After a unanimous vote in the state Senate, legislation to remove the garb law must now pass the state house. Marshall Keeley, Fox 43 News.